Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 5 in this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie. We've got to get through it. We're coming in a little late today, so we'll open you up with the numbers to get you set up for today's game very, very quickly. First off, it'll be the Squirrels coming in with a 40-33 mark on the season. They're 0-4 in the second half and riding a 4-game losing streak at the moment, while the Baysox come in with a 31-42 mark on the season, a 4-game winning streak for Bowie as they are 4-0 in the second half here in 2021. Your starting pitching matchup here for Game 5, losing track of the numbers. You've got Zach Peak going toe-to-toe with Kyle Harrison. Peak, 10 games all starts. He's gone 0-2, however, but with a 2.68 ERA. A lot of his great work has been precipitated by contact. He's coming off of back-to-back starts of throwing 6 innings. First set a career high and then matched that career high when he did it again against Erie last week. And he's been able to pick up plenty of ground balls when he needs them to come through. That's what's been most important for Zach Peak over the last few days, is that while he can pick up those ground balls, especially with his curveball, it helps him get through some early innings quickly. The early innings have been a little tough for Zach Peak. Like a lot of pitchers, the third inning can be a difficult one for Peak to get through. But if he can get through that, then he'll be good. I see no reason why he won't be able to finish out another 5, if not another 6, as long as he can get through the third. That's all we really need from Zach Peak today. On to Kyle Harrison. He's a hotshot left-hander in the Giants organization. Their number 2 overall prospect and the number 3 left-handed pitching prospect in minor league baseball, according to MLB Pipeline. This is just his 7th AA start. He's gone 2-1 with a 4.02 ERA in his brief AA career, but he struck out 50 batters and walked only 16 in 31 and a third innings. Now, he does have only 3 pitches, a fastball, a changeup, and a slider, but the difference between the fastball and his changeup is around 10 miles an hour. His fastball can sit in the mid-90s, even touch up to 98 at points, and the changeup sits in the mid to low 90s. So when he plays it well, then it's really difficult for opposing batters to get a handle on it, and that's why he's been able to pick up so many swinging strikes in his career. But we've seen it. We saw it just yesterday. AA is a different monster when Kaiwei Tang had some trouble working around batters, and then 2 days ago, Ryan Murphy in his AA debut did not get the strikeouts that he was anticipating. Allowed a career-high 9 runs in 3 2/3 innings, his AA debut. So there's a lot potentially up for grabs for the Baysox as they look for their first 5-game winning streak of the season, and we've got plenty coming your way here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We step aside for now. When we return, Noah Denoyer is our guest. Pitched well last night. He gives us his thoughts on stepping into a starting role. We'll talk to you in a second. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Checking back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium as we get set for the fifth game in this six-game tilt between Bowie and Richmond. Chatting with Noah Denoyer coming off of his first career AA start. It was your first start all season. What was just that experience like to get back into a starting role? Because obviously you handled a lot of starts in 2021.
Yeah, well, I kind of think it's kind of like riding a bike. I made sure to give myself plenty of time so I wasn't rushing anything, and I just kind of stuck to my routine, to what I did all of this year. So,
well, I know a lot of starters on the day of their starts, they'll have a much different routine and maybe come in a little bit later, go about their business their own way. Do you have anything unique that you like to do, anything special, or just kind of keep it relaxed until it's time to get warm?
Just try and keep it relaxed and keep it loose and not try and put any more pressure on myself, just kind of have fun.
Your curveball was really working well yesterday. You struck out a career-high 9 batters. A lot of them were swinging strikes as well. Has there been improvements that you've been working toward on your curveball, or was it just a really, really good day for it?
I think throwing all my pitches and kind of setting up the curveball. I know they were looking for it yesterday, so I kind of adjusted early on, throwing the splitter and the slider with it, and getting some other swings and misses, making sure I was throwing my fastball to the right locations as well, and kind of set up my best pitch later on.
Whenever you're working without runners on base, you come set and you fire the pitch in what feels like an instant a lot of times. Do you think about that too much, or do you just go out there and be like, I want to throw this pitch, I'm going to throw this pitch as fast as I can?
Just kind of like trust on the work I put in and just kind of muscle memory, like don't have to think about it too much. Like, this is what I want to do at the pitch, now go do it.
Again, we're here with Noah Denoyer on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. What are maybe some of the hardest things that go into trying to learn a new pitch, just in general?
Learning how to throw it coming out of your hand is definitely the hardest part about it. Like, anyone can, the release of the ball. Anyone can manipulate it with like the grip in their hand and everything, but what really makes the pitch is how it comes out of your hand. So,
was there a pitch in your arsenal that you think was the toughest to learn?
My slider is still a work in progress. I'm still trying to work on that, but some of them are good ones, some of them aren't so good, but that's just part of the process. So,
what do you like more? Watching someone get the big defensive play, or maybe getting up the easy ground out to turn into a double play that you may have been working for, or like an opening inning strikeout, something like that?
2 outs is always better than one, so a double play is always nice. So.
We're here with Noah Denoyer on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Something I always like to ask, what teammate of yours, opposing pitcher, would you least like to face if you were a batter in the box?
To face my own team?
If you were facing off against a fellow Bowie pitcher, which pitcher would you least like to face?
Well, Nolan Hoffman isn't here anymore, but I'd probably say Jensen Elliott. He has really nasty stuff, so...
As we continue on here with Noah Denoyer on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, you started in piggyback roles with Justin Armbruster down in Aberdeen, and then with Drew Rahm here in Bowie. What's it been like to work with them throughout now that Armbruster is back up? Do you feed off of them a lot, or do you guys kind of go about your business your own separate ways on the mound?
I feel like we kind of go our own separate ways on the mound, but we kind of like feed off the energy of one another. I know like them like starting off the game, if they're throwing well and all that, and even if close game or whatever, like I just want to compete and give our team the best chance we can to win a game. So,
if you were giving yourself any sort of scouting report, what would you say What would you say is best to help you overpower pitchers? Overpower hitters, I mean to say.
To overpower hitters, I think the best advice I would give is to throw everything. Don't use the middle of the plate, but definitely attack the strike zone with everything you have.
Well, that definitely helps with a guy like Drew Rahm, who has like 7 different pitches to throw, I think it's safe to say. What sort of changes do you normally make, or does it vary from start to start and team to team when you start to face a lineup on the second trip through the order, or maybe even the third trip through the order?
So you kind of have to learn to read hitters and kind of see what they're trying to do at the plate and kind of adjust from there. just rely on your stuff and throw your best stuff to those hitters and try and make them miss.
Has there been a piece of advice at any point really in your career, high school, college, professionals, that you've carried the most with you that you feel has made the most impact on your development as a player?
Well, being kind of like an under the radar guy, never being drafted or anything, just like take advantage of it, have fun, don't put too much stress on your career, because at the end of the day, you're not going to play baseball forever. You want to enjoy it. So.
Well, it's really profound, Noah. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the time, man.
Of course.
That's Noah Denoyer here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside. Be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 5 in this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis with you alongside Adam Pohl from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Zach Peak warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Squirrels that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Michael Gigliotti, followed by Brett Arbach, the catcher, batting second. Diego Rincones is in left field, he bats third. Frankie Tostado at first base bats fourth. Sean Roby at second base bats fifth. Tyler Fitzgerald, the shortstop, bats sixth. Brandon Martirano, the DH, bats seventh. Ricardo Genovese at third base bats eighth. And Franklin Labor is in right field, batting ninth. The Flying Squirrels are the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. They're managed by Dennis Pelfrey, assisted by Paul Esguerra, Danny Stanton, and Gary Davenport. Chris Walsh is the athletic trainer. As the Squirrels are 40-33 on the season and 0-4 record in the second half, of course, a 4-game losing streak. Again, that lineup for Richmond, you've got Gigliotti, Arbach, Rincones, Tostado, Roby, Fitzgerald, Martirano, Genovese, and Labor, all to face off against Zach Peak on the mound. Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center. Wind gusting out at a decent clip to straightaway center. Have been some heavy clouds ranging above us pretty much all day today, but as we have progressed on through the late afternoon into the early evening, it does seem to be that we might be missing any of the wet stuff coming through and looking at a clean day, perhaps, here at Prince George's Stadium. As Peak finishes his warm-up tosses, Michael Gigliotti will step into the box. Left-hander is batting .238 this season with a .790 OPS in 51 games played, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, 25 runs batted in this year. Third base plays in on the baseline, a bit on the infield grass at this point, as they play a decent shift on for Gigliotti. Peak kicks high, fires the first pitch home. It's a curveball, misses down, and we're underway at 6:35 p.m. on an 82-degree cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium. Peak working first base side of the rubber, winds and fires the 1-0, squaring to bunt but pulling back on a fastball inside. Gigliotti got away from it, but it will run the count to 2-0. So still plenty of opportunity for the third baseman to play in on the baseline here. That's Ramon Arias in on a Major League rehab assignment for Baltimore. As the 2-0 pitch comes home, and it's in there for a called strike. Fastball runs the count to 2 balls and a strike now. Here's the next pitch from Peak. Late swing, poked slowly to third, and it's under the glove of Arias. Even while playing in, Arias unable to make the clean play on it. An E5 on the first ball hit his way on the rehab assignment. And now Brett Arbach will step into the box. 202 average for Arbach, the right-hander. 665 OPS in 55 games played. 7 doubles, no triples, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in. Righty on righty. And the first pitch. Breaking ball misses too far down and away. And the count starts out at 1-0. Arbach had a couple of games off, but now he's back behind the plate. As the 1-0 comes home. And it's called a strike. Fastball on the outside edge of the zone. Run the count even at 1. Arbach does have 2 of his 8 home runs against the Baysox this season. Here's a pickoff throw to first, but no tag is applied as we wait on the 1-1 pitch. Bowie off to a fantastic start here in the second half of 2022, trying to keep the month of July going strong, as they've already won the series with Richmond. The 1-1 pitch. A curveball called for strike on the outside edge. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. Decent crowd still filing in for this one. Good fireworks show expected after the game. Handful of folks in line for their concessions. As the 1-2 comes home, and it's poked the other way through a massive gap on the right side for a base hit. So Arbach has a single, and Gigliotti moves to second base. This is where I sometimes question the statistics behind the shift, because Arbach hits it to the other field more often than he pulls, and more often than he hits it up the middle. 36% to the other way, but Bowie had the shift on for him, and they had that massive gap on the right side of the infield because they had to hold the runner at first base on. So the second baseman near the bag, so much real estate for Arbach to hit it through, and he did just that. He's now got hits in back-to-back games as Diego Rincones steps up. First pitch home to the right-hander. Misses up and away a breaking ball, and the count starts out at 1-0. 254 average for Rincones this season. He's got a 673 OPS in 50 games. 6 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 22 runs batted in. First and second, nobody out in the top of the first. The 1-0, bouncing ball over to third, and that one again under the glove of Arias, but it's picked by Ortiz, sent to second, and that's the only out they can record. So Gigliotti moves to third. Arbach is retired on the 6-4 fielder's choice. I'm going to have the benefit of the doubt and say Arias intentionally left that glove high to let Ortiz pick the ball. But now Frankie Tostado will step up with 1 out and runners at the corners. Defensive alignment for Bowie from left to right in the outfield. You've got Hudson Haskin, Colton Cowser, Christopher Cespedes. Ramon Arias at third on a Major League rehab assignment. Joey Ortiz at short. Connor Norby at second and J.D. Mundy at first. Cody Roberts is the catcher for Zach Peak on the mound. First pitch is in the dirt. 1-0 to start on Tostado. Zach Peak, a 6'3", 190-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Pineville, North Carolina. Traded over from the Angels back in 2019. That was part of the package that included Kyle Bradish and Kyle Brnovich. As the 1-0 comes in, Tostado fouls it off the other way. Count runs even at 1. 291 average for Tostado this season, an 820 OPS in 65 games played. 14 doubles, a triple, 10 homers, 35 runs batted in. As Peak holds ball in glove at the chest and now comes set. 1-1 pitch. Tostado watches breaking ball move down and inside. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Zach Peak on the season, an 0-2 record with a 2.68 ERA in 10 games all starts. He's tossed 43 2/3 innings, struck out 37, walked just 10, allowed 3 homers, and opponents are hitting him for a 228 clip. As the 2-1 comes home and Tostado watches it get off of Roberts' glove, it'll roll back to the screen and the run will score. So a wild pitch gives Richmond the early lead, 1-0 with only one out here in the first inning. So definitely not the start that Zach Peak was anticipating. It is an unearned run because Gigliotti was not supposed to be on base at all. But it does take the possibility of a double play off of the equation. Here's the 3-1. This is high. And Tostado will draw the walk. So first 4 batters, and the only out recorded was on a fielder's choice. Just the 11th walk given up by Zach Peak this season.
Number 35, Sean Roby.
Well, he's already in danger of running into some trouble compared to what he'd put together over the last 2 starts. And now all of a sudden the Baysox pitching coach, Josh Conway, is coming out.
Well, I'll tell you here, Matt, this is one of those spots early in the game where it really appears that you're in a situation where your pitcher wasn't working poorly. You got a few soft ground balls. The first goes off the glove of Aureus, then you get a double play ball that goes under the glove of Aureus. And you're in a position in which sometimes a pitcher can feel like they're not working well, when really you want to keep their confidence up and want them to continue to just go right after guys.
Well, here's Sean Roby. First pitch home is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Roby on the season, a .210 average and a .760 OPS in 62 games played. As Peak waits for some time and fires the 1-0. Roby watches it miss down and away a fastball. Count already to 2-0. You talk about going after guys and attacking them at him. That's already 17 pitches for Zach Peak. Only 7 of them have found their way into the strike zone. And of those 7, 3 of them were put into play. Here's the 2-0. Lifted out toward right center. That's a wide gap. It'll touch down and head toward the wall before being picked off by Christopher Cespedes. Rounding third and coming home to score is Rincones. Tostado to second. It's an RBI single for Zach Roby, and Richmond takes the 2-0 lead. Well, the Squirrels wasting no time trying to build back ahead. They got a leadoff home run yesterday from Michael Gigliotti. That gave them the 1-0 lead then, but the Baysox were able to tie it in the bottom of the first. They also scored a couple, or at least just one run on a string of 3 consecutive 2-out base runners on Wednesday. But that was the 12-1 game, so of course Bowie won. Richmond has actually scored in the first inning in now 4 of the 5 games so far in this series. Here's Tyler Fitzgerald. First pitch misses down a fastball, and the count starts out at 1-0. Every single batter has started with a first pitch ball. First and second, still only 1 away. Next pitch, a slider, misses down and away. And it's 2-0 on Fitzgerald, who's batting .177 this season with a .629 OPS. 66 games played for him. 8 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, 27 runs batted in. Sun's starting to peek out a little bit. At least there's that. As Peak comes set and fires the 2-0. Grounded hard but foul. Third base side. Run the count to 2 balls and a strike on Fitzgerald. Peak is coming off 2 of his best starts of the season. You could argue even 3 of his best starts when you go back to his outing in Harrisburg, the second of his 2 appearances in that series. He tossed 5 scoreless innings, his longest scoreless outing of the year. And then back-to-back 6-inning performances, a career high. As the 2-1 comes in, and it's swung on and missed low for a strike. Count runs to 2-2. Peak wants his first strikeout here. Needs it now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider misses down and away, and the count runs full. First full count that Peak has worked to today. Opponents are 3 for 13 against him on full counts. He struck out 6 and walked 5. Payoff. Away ball 4. The bases are loaded. Second walk in the inning from Peak. It's only the second time all season that he's walked multiple batters in a single game, and he does it here before even picking up a second out. Now Brandon Martirano, who's 2 for 4 on the season with the bases loaded, including one of Richmond's 2 grand slams. He's driven in 12 runs with the bases loaded this year, including 2 walks. First pitch home. Breaking ball misses down and away. And the count starts out at 1-0. Well, the slider for Peak just seems to be sliding too much right now, if that seems to be a fair assessment. Cody Roberts is really having to move well outside of his zone to try and pick it from getting to the backstop. And Bowie is going to get a right-hander up and tossing in a hurry. It's Tyler Birch, the 1-0. Called a strike. Fastball in the lower outside corner this time as the count runs even at 1. It's a .226 average for Martirano this season, a .729 OPS in 53 games. 9 doubles, 3 triples, 7 homers, 29 runs batted in, the 1-1. This is low. Fastball under the knees, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. All 7 batters again today. First pitch ball. Peak is up to 27 pitches. Only 11 of them have found the strike zone. And again, of those 11, 4 were put into play. The 2-1 pitch to Martirano. This is low again at the knees. Run it to 3-1. You don't have an option here. You have to hit the zone, but with the way Peak is locating right now, his best bet is middle, and you don't want to crank that one up to Martirano. He's in a corner. That's all it is. Bases loaded, 1 away. The 3-1 pitch is grounded foul, third base side. Got a fastball just slightly inside, but still at the belly as it runs full on the second consecutive batter. Bowie trails 2-0 here in the top of the first. Still only 1 out recorded. As Peak waits, finally comes set, but time called by Martirano just as Peak had grabbed the ball sitting in his glove. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A changeup down and away, and Martirano chases. That's only the second time this season he has struck out with the bases loaded. First punch out for Zach Peak, a critical moment to get it. Your umpiring crew for today's game, you've got Hardlin Acosta at third base. He's the crew chief. Mitch Treziak is at first base, and Kevin Manzik is is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. He's behind the catcher. Here's Ricardo Genovez. .294 average for him in his young career with the Squirrels. .774 OPS in 10 games. No doubles, a triple, a homer. Had it earlier in this series. 3 runs batted in. First pitch. Genovez watches fastball miss down and inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. 1 for 1 with the bases loaded this season. It was a simple single that just let the runners go station to station. He drove in 1 batter. Here's the 1-0. Lifted foul to the right side. Count runs even at 1. Well, Adam, you can tell it's already a slow start to the day because I'm not usually the kind to make these observations of fans, but we've got a fan sitting in front of us here who's already brought out the knitting needles here in the first inning.
On a Saturday.
Oh, boy. Here's the 1-1 to Genovez. Knuckled foul to the right side, and it's 1-2. So a major opportunity here for Zach Peak to get out of the inning.
It's imperative. Obviously, 2 runs doesn't really, beat you in a moment like this. But if you're down 5 or 6-0, it may be a different story.
Well, usually the limit for pitchers, especially in the first inning here in the minors, is 30, and Peak is at 34. So this might be the last batter. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball inside, and Peak rallies for back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. But Richmond sends 8 to the plate, and they bring 2 home. After the top of the first, it's Richmond 2, Bowie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox already trailing as we move to the bottom of the first inning. It's 2-0 Richmond. Kyle Harrison gets warm on the mound for the Flying Squirrels, and the starting lineup for the Bowie Baysox looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Kauser in center field batting second. Ramon Arias on the Major League Rehab assignment is at third base batting third. Cesar Prieto, the DH, bats fourth. Hudson Askin in left field bats fifth. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, sixth. Cody Roberts is catching and batting seventh. J.D. Mundy at first base eighth. And Christopher Cespedes is in right field batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They are managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 31-42 on the season, 4-0 in the second half, a 4-game winning streak. Again, that lineup, you've got Norby, Kauser, Arias, Prieto, Haskin, Ortiz, Roberts, Mundy, Cespedes, all to face off against lefty Kyle Harrison on the mound. First pitch home to Norby. On its way, and it's lifted in the air. Shallow right. Long run down for Labor, but he gets there. Backs up a step, now to his right. Finally makes the catch, and there's one away. Defensive alignment for Richmond. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Diego Rincones, Michael Gigliotti, and Franklin Labor. Their infield is making some changes. You've got Ricardo Genovez at third. His first game there. Tyler Fitzgerald at short. Sean Roby makes his first start at second, and Frankie Tostado is at first. Brett Arbach is catching behind the plate for Kyle Harrison on the mound. Here's Colton Kauser, first pitch. Left-hander watches fastball miss up and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Kauser, 4 for 8 in his AA career, a 1750 OPS, but of course, small sample size. The next pitch, a curveball misses up and inside. Count goes to 2-0. 3 games for Kauser, but he does have a double, a homer, 3 runs batted in. He's walked 5 times and only struck out twice. The 2-0 pitch. Kauser flinches on a fastball that misses on the upper inside corner. Run the count to 3-0. Shift on for the left-hander. He's not been pulling it too much here at AA just yet, the 3-0. That one right down Broadway. Maybe a little bit high at the letters, but still call it for strike one. Bowie has been scoring in the first inning a lot lately as well. They did so yesterday and the day before. As the 3-1 comes home, and it's grounded slowly to first. Picked up easily on the side by Frankie Tostado. He'll decide to underhand it to the pitcher, and it's there in time as Harrison covers. It's a 3-1 putout. Baysox in their home white uniforms, white pants, and the black script Baysox on the front side, white home hat. Squirrels in their black road uniforms with the white R logo on the left breast, gray pants, and a red hat. And now here's Ramon Arias in on his Major League Rehab assignment, nursing a left oblique strain. The first pitch home from the left-hander Harrison is a nasty curveball, called for strike on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Arias appeared in 49 games with the O's this season before going down with the strain back in early June. The 0-1 pitch swung on a miss down and away, and it's 0-2. With Baltimore, he's hitting .225 with a .660 OPS in the 49 games. 10 doubles, no triples, 6 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is high.
Matt, nobody is warming in the Baysox bullpen between innings. We thought there was a chance Zach Peak might get pulled after more than 30 pitches in the first, but it looks like he'll be back out for the second.
Well, at least promising to pick up those 2 strikeouts. The 1-2 to Urias. Misses up and away a fastball. Count runs even at 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just a piece foul. Curveball rolls back to the screen. Arias was having a tough time with the strike zone back up in Baltimore, of course. Initially claimed off of waivers from the St. Louis Cardinals organization. He had 48 strikeouts and only 11 walks with the O's. The 2-2, called strike 3. Fastball in the top half of the zone, and Arias is sent down. Harrison, 3 up, 3 down with a punch out as we go to the second. Bowie trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, we welcome you back here for the top of the second inning. Richmond's got the early lead as they are on top 2-0. Zach Peak, who had an elongated first, as Peak threw more than 30 pitches in that first, 34 when it was all said and done. He'll go to work against the 9-hole hitter in Franklin Labor. Bowie plays to pull, and here's the pitch, and a high fastball is cut out and missed, and the count is at 0-1. As here's the next one for Peak, and Labor grazes it into the mitt here of the catcher in Roberts, and it's 0-2. Well, Peak, it was a tough start to that first inning when 2 balls got away from Baysox, rehabbing third baseman in Arias as a breaking ball grounded foul third base side, and the count is 0-2. The 2 runs allowed, 1 was earned, but maybe what stood out even more so was the fact that Peak got kind of thrown off a little bit and had to throw so many pitches as he delivers. High fastball, cut out and miss, strike 3. He struck out 3 in a row. And 1 retired, and here's Michael Gigliotti. The thing is, Peak is starting to get stretched out here. He does not yet have a win in a Baysox uniform on his ledger. This is 11th start, but he came into today with an outstanding 2.68 ERA. He throws, and a breaking ball bends down low, ball 1. And Peak, who began the year going 3 or 4 innings per start, has now gone 6 innings in each of his last 2, as there's a breaking ball strike on the inner half. And the count evens here at 1-1 to Gigliotti, who reached via an error and then scored in the first. Here's the pitch. And a fastball a little bit down and in. Very close. And the count is 2-1. Peak just had a spectacular month of June. He allowed 3 earned runs in June as a changeup is up and away ball 3. 3 earned runs in 25 innings. He was firmly in control. Count 3-1, 1 out, nobody on, 2-0 Richmond here in the second. And here's the pitch, and a fastball's down and in for ball 4. So that is already a third walk issued by Peak here today. And Gigliotti, who's got some speed, is aboard with 1 down. And now the catcher, Brett Auerbach, who singled through the wide open right side of the infield, is first time up, is going to come to the plate. Matt spoke to the fact that the right side was wide open, and it is again here. Norby is right up the middle, and Ortiz, the shortstop, is deep in the hole. As here's the pitch, and it's down and away. An off-speed pitch, ball one. Here to open the at-bat to Auerbach. Peak, and I love this mentality for pitchers. Has a very aggressive mentality, and he went on a local show this week, the Glenn Clark Show. Glenn does such a great job. And Zach Peak said that he takes on the persona of Darth Vader when he's on the hill. How about that? As there's a ball lifted in the air to right center field. Cespedes, the right fielder, over. Cutting across the center fielder, and Kelsey, who makes the catch to his left. And there's now to retire. Darth Vader, of all the people he could have chosen. And maybe even better than that is why he said Darth Vader. He said, because he kills everyone on screen, and I want to do that on the mound. I love it. How can you not love that? As here's a throw to first. And back to the bag, Gigliotti. I mean, baseball really is, there's a lot of people in the field, but it's about the pitcher and the batter, right? As Peak is ready, and he throws. And there's a strike with a fastball. They throw back behind the runner at first. But diving back safely is Gigliotti. 2-0 Richmond leads here. Runner at first, 2 down in the second. And Peak from the stretch sets. And now the 0-1. And there's a line shot towards center. It's down. A base hit. Kowser to his right will play it. Turning second and for third, Gigliotti. And the throw is cut off. And runners are at the corners now with 2 down. And Peak is going to have to battle through a little bit more trouble here in this second inning. As here's the veteran in Frankie Tostado now to the plate. Tostado, a left-handed hitter. Second year with Richmond. Earned a walk his first time up today. He's hitless in 6 trips in this series. The pitch. Slow breaking ball flared towards shallow left, and it dips down a base hit. Right off the end of the bat. Home to score is Gigliotti, and Richmond adds a big early insurance run. The Squirrels lead it 3-0.
Second baseman, Sean Roby.
And now Sean Roby is going to stand in there. Powerful right-handed hitter. The run is in. Runners are at first and second now with 2 down in the second inning. Peak from the stretch, throws. And a fastball is off the outside, ball 1. Though sometimes you want to have that aggressive go-get-'em mentality, but sometimes you need to take a deep breath and kind of resettle yourself. It really is tough as a pitcher to find that right balance. As a breaking ball, just missed. Boy, that was right down the middle. Maybe they ruled it and missed up, but it was right over the heart of the plate. And Kyle Moore is giving it to the home plate umpire, and Kevin Manzik. That's a big pitch. It's now 2-0. As here's the next one, and a fastball misses away, ball 3. Roby has 3 hits in this series. Surprisingly, they've all been singles. Actually 4 with his base hit in the first inning. Here's the 3-0, and he swings and grounds a base hit into left center. Turning third, Rincones, they're going to send him. Kowser makes the throw. It's cut off as Rincones scores standing, and Richmond's lead is 4-0. Well, Richmond with one of their top pitchers on the hill tonight is taking out some frustration from such a tough start to the week here in the early going today against one of Bowie's best pitchers. Boy, not much has gone right here. And for a second consecutive inning, the Baysox are going to get activity up and going in their bullpen here as Richmond's got a 4-0 lead. Well, we're 4 games into the 69-game second half. The Baysox had the worst record in the first half of play in this Eastern League. But incredibly, here they are, having lost 7 out of 9 to Richmond to open the year in the first half of the year. And they've outscored Richmond coming into tonight by 29 runs in 4 games. I mean, it's not just that the Baysox are the only team that has won the first 4 games of the second half. They have won by 7 runs per game. That is a staggering total. As here's Tyler Fitzgerald and the pitch. And a fastball beats him, a swing and a miss, strike 1. The way the postseason will work this year is that in the 3rd week of September, the second half winner will meet the first half winner. Richmond won the first half of the Eastern League's Southwest. And now all of a sudden the athletic trainer is going to come out here for the Baysox as they think something might be wrong with Peak. Oh, you hate to see this here as Lindsey Birchfield and the Baysox staff is coming out. Kyle Moore, the Baysox manager, Josh Conway, the pitching coach, have come out as well after Peak delivered a first pitch strike there that was only 85 miles an hour to the shortstop Fitzgerald. They're always going to be careful in these situations. The Peak really rolling coming into the start today. And they're going to make the move to the bullpen. And Peak is going to exit with a 0-1 count. And you have to hope that Zach is okay here. My goodness. Baysox have a right-hander coming into the game. And it is Tyler Birch who will enter as it's 4-0 Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
So we go to this right-hander entering in Tyler Birch, and we just have to hope that Zach Peak is okay. Peak had the elongated first inning. He worked 34 pitches, and then after retiring 2 of the first 3 here in the second, he allowed 3 consecutive singles. 2 runs are in the inning, and then after a first pitch strike to Tyler Fitzgerald with a velocity well down. It was an 85-mile-an-hour delivery. Peak has exited after walking 3 and striking out 3. 4 runs, 3 earned right now, but 2 men still aboard at first and second with 2 down. And Fitzgerald will bat in a 0-1 count. And the new pitcher for the Baysox, here is Tyler Birch. An opportunity for Birch in this second half, who was traded for by the Orioles from the Phillies a year ago. 0-5 with an elevated 7.36 ERA. This is 19th outing of the year with Bowie. Baysox are still right in the hunt. I mean, they've prolifically scored here over the course of this week. 4-0 though. Richmond is in front early as Birch looks to second and comes home. And a first pitch breaking ball is down. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Fitzgerald. It's rare to see a middle infielder kind of with an all-or-nothing approach at the plate, but Fitzgerald is that. Big power, but huge strikeout numbers. A 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and the count is 1-2. Fitzgerald has struck out in 37% of his plate appearances this year. That is a very big number. So 1 out of 3 trips he strikes out. As now the 1-2 coming, and it's just off the outside. A fastball about thigh high. That's one of those pitches where Roberts set up and had to go a little further more away. And the Baysox dugout is giving it again here to the home plate umpire. And I think Kyle Moore is in danger here as Kevin Manzik just gave him the right hand. And that was swinging a fly ball. Well hit deep left. Haskin going back. He's going to run out of room. It's a home run. Wow. And Kyle Moore thought they had strike 3 and he's been thrown out of the game. The next pitch, a 3-run homer that has blown this game wide open. It's 7-0 Richmond. And Kyle Moore is out there giving it to Manzik. A 3-run home run for Richmond.
This is the first time he's been tossed. That tells you all you need to know. He has kept his composure for so many blown calls this season, missed strikes, missed balls throughout this entire year. And I've said on just about every broadcast where there's been a questionable call here or there, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Moore got a little heated about this, but this is the most animated I have ever seen him all season, and that tells you all you need to know about how this game has been called.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Kyle is a very mild-mannered man. There's no doubt about it, and he is fired up right now. Peak threw a curveball that literally went right down the middle that Manzik did not call a strike, and Moore was very frustrated by that. And Birch just threw a pitch that by the StatCast was strike 3, albeit a borderline pitch, no doubt about it. Thigh high, it was on the corner via the stat monitor. And then he threw a breaking ball over the heart of the plate on the bottom end of the zone, and Fitzgerald hit a 3-run homer. And boy, the Baysox were able to avoid the big inning in the first. Well, they can't avoid it in the second. And it's 7-0 Richmond. And all but one of those runs is on the ledger of Peak. So 6 runs, 5 earned in an inning and 2/3. The final line for Peak. As Moore now makes the walk down towards the Baysox clubhouse area. And Brandon Martirano will come to the plate. What a bizarre start to this game. You knew it was going to be unusual when the first ground ball, just kind of a weak little ground ball to the left side, was booted. And it just kind of put things a little bit off kilter in this one. Here's Martirano in the pitch. Fastball grounded left side. Urias gloving the second up, straightening up, and he throws out the Richmond catcher, or check that designated hitter tonight. And the inning is over. But Richmond has done big-time damage with 2 down in the inning. They got 5 runs on 4 hits. And we go to the bottom of the second, 7-0. The Squirrels leading on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
So we head to the bottom of the second. It's 7-0 Richmond as Cesar Prieto bats and takes a fastball off the outside. Ball one. Kyle Harrison, the starter. He throws. And it's right down the middle with a heater to even the count. At a ball and a strike. Harrison is making his 7th Double-A start. He started the year with 7 starts in High A Eugene, as he throws and a lifted pop foul out of play off to the left. And it's now 1-2. And after he worked to a 1.55 ERA at the High A level, he was quickly to Richmond. He's still 20 years old, folks. He throws, and a breaking ball line to right. Lamore's in, sliding, a diving attempt. He can't make the catch. He's got it in his mitt, and Prieto's still running, and he's going to get into second base. What a heads-up play from Cesar Prieto, as Labor thought he caught the ball in a dive. Sliding in, they ruled he trapped the baseball. He was just showing it to the umpire, as Prieto never stopped running.
I'm not sure if he was stunned by the fact that the umpire was waving that was a fair ball, or I'm not sure. But you've got to have just a little bit more awareness than that, and Cesar Prieto had a little bit more awareness than that to take that extra base.
And he was stunned. He thought he caught the ball. Here is Haskin, who's had a huge series, the right-handed hitter. Now Bowie's got to start somewhere. Here's the pitch. And a fastball lifted in the air, foul. Out of play to the right side, and the count 0-1. Now Haskin in this series, 7 for 17 with 2 homers and 6 driven in. He's hitting .269. Today is 60th game of the year. As the tough left-hander Harrison from the stretch now throws. And there's a ground ball to short. Prieto leaps over it. He's going to get third as the throw by the shortstop Fitzgerald is in time. Haskin retired and 1 down. A runner at third, and now Joey Ortiz here to the plate. So Harrison was slated to go to Big Ten powerhouse UCLA. See what I did there, Matt? But he turned down the Bruins when the San Francisco Giants took him in the 3rd round and gave him well above slot money. As there's a liner to center, Gigliotti in to make the catch, tagging him for the plate, Prieto, and the throw is not in time. Sliding him safely is Prieto, and the Baysox are on the board. It's a 7-1 ball game. Ortiz gets the job done, and Bowie starts chipping away this big early deficit. As here's Cody Roberts. So he was the overslot sign of San Francisco in 2020, as Roberts could not check his swing on a breaking ball in the count 0-1. Though really, when you think about it, the Orioles made Kobe Mayo their overslot signee, as a fastball's up and away in the count 1-1. The in away, the two are similar, and they are already both at the Double-A level here after being high school draftees in 20. The 1-1 coming. And there's a strike on the outer half with a changeup in the count 1-2. Kyle Harrison will turn 21 on August the 12th. The left-hander throws. And a breaking ball line foul left side. And it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The run is in. 2 men are out. Nobody is on. Prieto's hustle on what really should have been a single, turning it into a double, leads to a run. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got him with another changeup. The second strikeout for Harrison, and with it, the inning is over. So we head to the third, 7-1 Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
So we now head to the top of the third inning. 7-1 Richmond leads it. Boy, what a huge home run by the Squirrels. With 2 strikes in the second. Fitzgerald with 2 down. Hitting a 3-run homer to left, his 10th of the year. And blowing the game open early. As here is Ricardo Genoves. And the pitch. And a fastball in there on the outside corner. Strike 1. Here from the right-hander, Birch. 8-9-1 here in the Richmond order. A 1-strike pitch coming. And there's a strike on the outer half. It's 0-2. It's already been a wild start to this game. Unfortunately, Zach Peak left with the training staff with 2 down in the second inning. As a lifted foul fly out of play right side. And it stays 0-2. The Baysox have been arguing balls and strikes in the early going with Kevin Manzuk, our home plate umpire. And the 2-strike pitch prior to the 3-run homer by Fitzgerald, Bowie thought was a strike. As a fastball's up high for ball 1. And Kyle Moore, after the home run, as Fitzgerald continued around the bases, he was out there to greet the home plate umpire. And Moore was thrown out of the game before Richmond had even circled the bases. His first ejection of the year. Count 1-2 to Genovis. And it's in the dirt, down and away. And the count evens here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Genovis began the year in AAA Sacramento, but he has been with Richmond for a few weeks. Came to the Squirrels on June the 15th. As Birch throws, and a breaking ball grounded foul near the Richmond dugout, pulled, and it stays 2-2. Genovis is from an incredible baseball city, Caracas, Venezuela. As here's the pitch. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt, the appeal, but he did not go, and the count runs full. There are too many cities in the world that have active baseball players, like the city of Caracas. Miguel Cabrera, the legend, Jose Altuve, Ronald Acuna, Salvador Perez. I mean, those are just a few ball players that are from Caracas. Well, what a baseball hotbed. Down 3-2, the pitch. Fastball, chop, but foul. Off towards the Richmond dugout again. And we'll do it again. 3-2 the count here. Richmond sent 8 men to the plate in each the first and second innings, but they got that big hit in the second to make it a huge inning. 3-2. Hard ground ball and fair down the left field line. Heading into the corner. Haskins going to dig it out. Hustling for second, Enovis. Here's the throw, and it's not in time. He slides in with a leadoff double. And that ball was hit at 101 miles an hour sharply. Urias at third barely moved. And now the Baysox are going to argue that that was a foul ball. My goodness, have we seen this much arguing for the Baysox at any nature over the course of the year?
Now, we've talked about Kyle Moore and his even-keeledness in a lot of regards. If Tim DeJohn is going to be the interim manager in Moore's stead, we might be in for a lot of arguing. Not to say that's a bad thing, but Tim DeJohn is a very, not even emotional, but passionate individual when it comes to his team, his players. They're friends to him, and he enjoys how they grow. So I can see him really making some big cases for Bowie over the course of this game.
As so Tim DeJohn came out there, and now Franklin Labor will come to the plate. So they were arguing that ball was foul. As here's the pitch. And a swing and a foul and a line back to the screen off a fastball. Count 0-1. Hardlin Acosta is our third base umpire, and he is standing right on the line, so he had a really good angle at it. But the first 4 days of this series has been maybe the best week of the year for Bowie, but tonight has been a frustrating evening. It's 0-1 to Labor, the pitch. And just a little bit low with an off-speed pitch, and the count evens here at 1-1. Labor is just 1 for his last 25 at the plate, the 9-hole hitter. Pitch, and this is down low again, and it's 2-1. Back in the day when I started calling minor league baseball games, there was a manager, there was a pitching coach, a hitting coach, and a trainer. That was it. Now they've got a little bit more personnel down there, so if you've got a few guys that get thrown out, there are more bodies. Back then, the athletic trainer may have been the manager by the end of the night. Count is 2-1 the pitch. And there's a line shot base hit towards the alley in left center. It's all the way to the wall. Around to score ahead of this. Labor breaks out of a 1 for 25 slump with an RBI double. And it's now 8-1 Richmond. And when you have your starter exit so early in a game, you really need that next pitcher to come in and not only be sharp, but give you some length. And unfortunately, Birch came in with 2 men on and 2 down in the third. He gave up a 3-run homer. And now back-to-back doubles have opened the third inning here. As here's Gigliotti. And he takes in the dirt, running for third base. Labor, and he's there without a throw on the wild pitch. Birch has spent just about his entire Orioles career here with Bowie. The 1-0 coming. High fastball, check swing, the appeal, but he did not go, did Gigliotti. And the count is 2-0. He was pitching for High A Jersey Shore in the Phillies system when the Orioles made the trade just about a year ago. As here's the pitch, and it's very low, and the count is 3-0. Gigliotti has already scored twice in this game tonight. As here's the pitch, And a fastball in there on the outside corner for a strike. Gigliotti is a veteran ball player as well, 26 years old and getting his first crack at the Double-A level here in the Giants system. 3-1. And a backdoor breaking ball strike with that good slider. Gigliotti was drafted by the Royals, then played at the Single-A levels with the Tampa Bay Rays organization. This is first year in the Giants system, and he's been here at the top of the order for this first half winning Richmond club. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, chop right side. Backhanding the second baseman Norby on the first for the out. But home to score Labor, and it's now 9-1 Richmond.
Catcher, Brett Arbach.
The one retired in this third inning, and now Brett Auerbach will come to the plate. What a weird series this has been. Last night we actually had a regular game, as there's a line shot to left off a breaking ball. Haskin makes the catch coming in on it. And there's now 2 down. A chest high grab by Hudson. And now Diego Rincones will come to the plate. It is a bizarre series because last night was a 4-2 Bowie win. Every other game has been a blowout. Here's the pitch. And a foul off the end of the bat, rolled back to the backstop. And the count 0-1 to Rincones. I mean, again, Bowie had won the first 4 games in this series. Their first 3 wins came by a combined 27 runs. The pitch. And a breaking ball foul on the line to the screen. Birch is starting to locate that slider well. 27 runs. 9 runs per game the first 3, and then a 4-2 win last night. A 29-run differential in the series into today. Pitch and a reaching swing and a pitch down. And a tapper foul by Rincones to stay alive. Rincones easily has been Richmond's best hitter. He's 9 for 14 in the series. And he scored 2 runs tonight. 0-2. Hard ground ball to short. Deep in the hole, gloving straight away. Or straightening up, I should say. Ortiz to throw out Rincones. The inning is over. He was positioned perfectly. But Richmond adds 2 more runs. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 9-1 Richmond in front on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Welcome back into Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox are on the other side of the equation, unfortunately, tonight, as they trail 9-1. Here's J.D. Mundy, left-handed batter, standing in the first pitch, and he takes a breaking ball off the outside, ball 1. This has been the breakout week for Mundy. It's been so great to see. Yes, here's the next one. And he takes well upstairs. It grazes off the catcher's mitt, Auerbach, and all the way to the backstop. Count 2-0. Mundy had 3 homers in his first 44 games. And then he hit one on Sunday in Erie. The 2-0 pitch. Yeah, there's a fastball strike. And since that home run, he has now hit 4 homers in his last 4 games. Next one. And a breaking ball misses in. And the count is now at 3 balls and a strike. Mundy, then Cespedes, and then Norby in this third. As Harrison into the wide, the left-hander throws. And it's on the outside corner, a fastball for a strike, and the count 3-2. Now, Mundy's hitting .225 on the year, but he's 5 for 10 in this series. 3-2 pitch. And a lifted foul out of play left side off of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Harrison has really got it all, this 20-year-old left-hander, as he throws. And it's off the outside, ball 4. Mundy's aboard here to lead off this third inning. And think about it with the Giants as here comes Cespedes. The Giants won the World Series in 2010, 2012, and 2014, and they did it by growing some outstanding young starting pitching through their system. Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain, Madison Bumgarner, as a fastball misses in, ball 1. Here to Cespedes. Logan Webb has been so outstanding over the last few years with the Giants. He was in Richmond just a few seasons ago. 1-0 pitch. And a tapper in front of the plate. Auerbach throws away the mask. He'll go to second one. On to first, not in time. Boy, Cespedes did not run at first. A good job there, though, by Auerbach to get the lead runner 2-6 on the putout. Cespedes will be at first with 1 down. And here's Connor Norby. It's 9-1 Richmond in the bottom of the third inning. Garrett Stallings is warming, the former Baysox starter, now in a long relief mode, down in the pen. As here's the pitch, and Norby takes up an away ball 1. It may be a bit much to say that Harrison is the next man along the line of the lineage, of course, of pitchers like the ones we said prior, Lincecum, Cain, and Bumgarner. As a fastball misses away, ball 2, but the Giants are hoping, and they're already a very good big league club, to be able to really bring some great young pitching up in the near future. As there's a bell tie strike. Now the count's 2-1 here to Norby. Norby flied out to right on the first pitch he saw, his first time up. Harrison throws. And there's a chopper tapped lightly up the third base line. They're going to let it roll, and it rolls foul. Good play by Hanno this, because that was going to be an infield single. A swinging bunt of sorts up the third base line. It was rolling on the grass. The grass does not come up to the line. There is a dirt area between the grass and the line, but when that ball rolled off the grass into the dirt, it had the momentum to take it over the line. Foul. Connor Norby has a hit in each of his first 3 Double-A games. And if you go back to his time in Aberdeen, he's got a hit in 7 in a row. As a breaking ball dives down and in, it kicks off the mitt of Auerbach. It rolls away, but Cespedes stays put. Just didn't get a good read, did Cespedes, on that pitch. That got away from Auerbach. And the count 3-2. Bowie needs base runners. We got a lot of baseball left. The 3-2 coming. And a late swing, but a tapper foul roll behind the plate. I mean, it's an uphill climb. There's no doubt about it. It's 9-1 Richmond here in the third inning, but It is the third inning. And Bowie has scored in double figures, I believe, 2 times in this series already. 3-2 coming. Inside ball 4 with a fastball. You know, as a pitcher, you like to showcase your best stuff, right? You want to work towards the corners, but when you got a 9-1 lead, sometimes you got to pitch a little bit differently. Pitch to contact, trying to make the other team put the ball in play. And now the Baysox have 2 walks in this inning here. A good at bat there by Norby, and here is another pillar of patience in Colton Kauser, who Matt spoke to it prior. He's got 5 walks already in his short time with the Baysox. Tall, lean, left-handed hitter in Kauser. 2 men on, 1 man down in the bottom of the third. The left-hander Harrison sets and delivers. And a fastball strike on the outer half. That had a lot of the plate. And they count 0-1. Kauser's had a great start with the Baysox. He homered in his Double-A debut on Tuesday, reaching base in all 5 trips. Oh, a breaking ball, and he hit him with it. It slipped away on this humid night in Bowie, and now the bases are loaded. And, you know, Matt, the way you get back in this game if you're Bowie is not by scoring a run. There's nothing wrong with scoring 1 run, but you got to score 3 or 4 runs. And if all of a sudden it's a 9-5 ball game going to the 4th inning, I mean, we got ourselves a game. As Richmond's pitching coach is going to come out to talk things over here in Paul Oseguera. Well, you never know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark. We thought we were going to have a pitcher's duel tonight. Peak has been so good for Bowie, and unfortunately exiting with the athletic training staff of the Baysox with 2 down in the 2nd inning, with Bowie already down 4-0. And then Harrison here, who has been very good tonight, all of a sudden getting erratic. And now the pitching coach wants to bring out a towel. And let's see what they're going to do with the towel. And it's just such a humid night. Harrison, almost like a tennis player, is going to wipe perspiration from his brow and leave the towel on the back part of the mound. I didn't know you could do that. The towel's just laying back there. Maybe that was a rosin bag. Looked like a towel to me. So here is Ramon Urias, the Orioles rehabber. Bases are loaded, 1 down, 9-1 Richmond in the 3rd. The pitch, and he takes off the outside. A change-up, ball 1. First game back for Urias. Urias, I should say, here off of what was the oblique strain in the 2nd week of June. 1-0, and a swing and a lifted foul. Straight back out of play. And they count 1-1. You just can't rush that injury back. It's such an easy thing to tweak again. Urias has looked a little bit rusty in the field today as he swings through a fastball. And the count is now 1-2. Harrison peers in for the sign. The left-hander sats. And now steps off the rubber. At third base is Cespedes. At second, Norby. Kauser at first. 9-1 Richmond leading. The 1-2 pitch. And a fastball up and inside. And the count evens 2-2. Urias is a Mexican infielder who was signed actually out of the Mexican League. He had a short period of time as a young ball player in the Rangers organization. Pitch and a foul on a line back to the screen. but he kind of got rediscovered in a similar way to former Orioles starting pitcher Miguel Gonzalez, if you remember Gonzalez that 10 years ago. Looked like he was out of affiliated baseball in the Mexican League. And then the Orioles gave him another chance, and he was outstanding. Third year in the big leagues here for Urias. As the count 2-2, and here's the pitch. And it's up and away with a fastball, ball 3. Bowie doesn't have a hit in this inning. How about that? They do not have a hit. 2 walks and a hit batter. And now the count 3-2. Here too, the right-handed hitting Urias. Pitch, swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. Oh, that's a big, big out. The second out of the inning. And Urias is down on strikes for a second time today. And now Cesar Prieto to the plate. Now it has been a tough first rehab start back, as Urias missed 2 balls in the field in the first, one credited as an error, and now has struck out in his first 2 trips. Here's the pitch, and Prieto takes in tight. A fastball, ball 1. Cesar is shown to be such an outstanding contact hitter. So hard to strike him out. The 1-0 pitch, and this fastball misses away, ball 2. He is striking out right around 10% of the time. That's really a staggering number. As the catcher Auerbach's going to come out to talk here to Harrison. There's so many guys in today's game that once again are striking out around 30 or so percent of the time. If you put the ball in play with a kind of regularity that Prieto does, it really is such an asset in the game, in today's game. Bases are loaded, 2 down, the pitch, and a swing and a lifted pop. The very shallow left, the shortstop Fitzgerald is out, and he'll make the catch on the back pedal, and Bowie lets a big opportunity go by the wayside. Baysox strand, the bases loaded. We head to the 4th. It's 9-1 Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
So Richmond's in control. We head to the 4th inning. 9-1 the Squirrels lead it. And the Baysox will bring in their 3rd pitcher of the day. And let's see if it can be a turnaround outing for Garrett Stallings, who is making his first relief appearance of the year. 2-7 with a 10.08 ERA. He had a really good start to the year, but it has fallen apart recently. And today is a big opportunity for Stallings to get back on the right track. to the plate, Frankie Dostano, and now with a call, here's Matt Sabatas.
Well, Tyler Birch's day is done. Of course, he came in at a much earlier